Good morning and welcome to day one, State Champs Week here at the Bendigo East Bowls Club. Beautiful morning here for some women's singles. Last 16, I'm Jimmy Whitehead, joined by local Brad Marin. How are you, buddy?
Hello, mate. How are you?
What's happening? What a morning. What a stunning morning.
Mate, welcome to Bendigo. Beautiful morning.
Ordered the bowls and ordered the weather with it too. So a bit of a cracker here, and Draffen from Ballan, which is in the Ballarat Highlands region of Victoria, against Nicholle Wendt from Aberfeldy CBC. She represents the Northern Gateway region. So a bit of the country metro battles. They did battle in the City v Country last week up here in Bendigo. And just an early umpire's call for length of jack. Nicholle picking up a 2 on the first end, first to 25 in this singles game this morning. So we're here for the long haul.
Long enough.
Yeah. This is the first of 9 days of competition in State Champions Week up here at Bendigo East.
Viewers might notice as well, a bit of a change in green for live streaming. First time that we're live streaming up on the top green here at Bendigo East, the A green.
Yeah, it's a better spot for us. There's less sun in our face, but I think it's just a touch quicker than B green. It's probably running about 16 and a half when it's fully going. It's obviously about 9:30 in the morning, so a tad slow as Nicholle dops one straight on top of it.
I think we're sport for choice here at Bendigo East with the quality of greens, so could pick any of them and live stream through.
It's true, mate. Using all 3 greens this morning. We've got the men's fours kicking off as well. I've set a couple of people up to send through updates of scores every half hour or so. So once I get them, I'll let you know. We've got other women's singles games going on this green, so I'll be able to keep you updated with them. Morning, Catherine and Jeff. Hope you're enjoying your weekend morning. You've had your coffee, a nice bacon and egg, and you're ready to go. Second one's at a good home as well.
So I believe Nicholle is using the pink colour with the blue little speckle, a Dreamline XG, and Anne is the bright yellow ones. I believe they're Optimas with the dimple grip.
Just urging that one to hurry, just dropped a bit short on the line as well. Might have to be a little bit quieter this end of the green. We're probably 5 or 6 metres away from the players.
It's a big 5 to 6 metres, mate.
I've never been a good judge of difference.
We're probably spoilt for choice in the games that we could have streamed, mate. There's some quality games almost on every rink, and household names that, you know, people will know.
Yeah, there's as always when we get to this sort of level of competition, very good matchups everywhere. Singles is always fun to watch. I had the pleasure of watching a lot of under 18 games this week as we've had state championships. We had the girls final last night. That was a cracker. Emily Davies losing that to Amity Bickley. Singles is just good fun.
I think Anne's probably 2 down here. Probably looking just on the back end to draw the shot. The bowl is just behind the jack, so
She just needs a second shot, doesn't she? You can see the turn. The bowls are getting early, and the green's only going to get quicker as this sun. It's real warm this morning in Bendigo.
it's a
Kicks beating down.
heat wave for your poms, mate.
Mate, I'm sunburnt already, and we're sitting under cover.
I think it's still going to be 2. I think it is. So
Another couple. Good start from Nicholle.
pair of 2s to start with. First couple of ends. I believe it was only 2 years ago that Nicholle won the novice, Jimmy.
100%, mate. I remember that pretty well. She came up here and we always have the novice play their final up at State Champs Week. They She came up and dominated in that singles, and she's gone from strength to strength. She knocked off Carla, I believe, Carla Krasanik in the Northern Gateway singles to get here. So she's got some huge potential and calibre.
She's probably got around the 24-metre mark length end here.
Yep.
Carl's rolled.
Morning, everyone. Everyone's sort of tuning in now. Waking up on this stunning Saturday morning. Day 1 and 9, State Champs Week. Bring in a couple of games a day, sometimes possibly 3, depending on scheduled clashes. But we don't have many scheduled clashes this year, which is good. Good for from an event manager perspective, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine, given the fact that most other years are slammed with double ups and etc.
It's a big moving puzzle, really.
Start of the comp, when you're searching through the when you're doing the draws and all that, mate, which name stuck out to you as the, in your mind, the clear favourite in this comp?
I gotta be honest, I'm one of them people. I'm really focused on the overall. Like, I'm just looking at events. I actually don't even look at the people. There's a few I know just because I'm aware of who the double ups are. Mary Tregar, she's playing over on the far green today. She's won over 60 singles in a region. She's also won the women's singles and the Champion of Champions singles, so she's obviously in red hot form.
Absolutely.
Cass Millerick's in a few events, and Liv Cartwright as well from Moama in the women's side of stuff.
Great shot there from Anne. Draws the shot.
In the men's, I'm really excited to see Brody Harker this week. He's in a few events, mixed pairs, and I think in both singles also, singles and champ. So he's one to look out for. He's on the rise. Young kid, gone back to regionals in Bandura season before last, and back to Barham this year. So yeah, keen to see him go, mate. And then obviously the one and only Joshua Thornton, who's in some cracking form, took down singles and the pairs in the Disability State Champs this past week. He's off and running in the 4s this morning, playing against the guys from West Coast. So get some score updates on him as he comes through. It's always bittersweet with JT. I sort of hope he wins because he's a good mate of mine, but I kind of hope he loses so I can rip him as well. And knocks her under the jack.
I think he ripped you a couple of times in Traralgon.
Yeah, I know. And
commentating, mate.
I'll be looking for him this week, don't you worry.
So I think Nicole's just probably going to try and draw the shot on the forehand, reach up, any contact on Anne's front one with a couple of feet. Probably springs the jack to her own.
Yeah, it gives her a very good home.
She's playing firmer than a couple of feet, so
going under with that.
Just under. So unless something drastic happens, Anne Draffen will get on the scoreboard this end.
Morning, Lorraine. Yeah, Sue is next door from Bell Post. She's a lovely lady, actually. I had a chat with her this morning. 2-0 down so far. Other scores I can see on this green thus far this morning. Sharon Jarvis from Mornington Peninsula is 5-1 up. Carol Protopapas from Eastern Ranges is 2-0 up. And Trish Doolan and Carla Miles are 1 apiece. That'll be 3 to Anne.
Great shot there from Anne with her last. So
this is going to be one of them real good tussles, I reckon. I think this one goes deep into the 20s scoreline. No inch given from either lady. 2-0 up, Lucas, your mum. She's going good. I heard she sent you home. In the men's 4s today, there's pretty good local rink. Andrew Brown, Luke Hoskin, Mitch Hockin, and missing the other one, Woodward?
Yeah,
Woodard.
Grant Woodward. Yeah, Lukey's leading there, so
is it? Yeah,
they're in some all the way through. They were in good form and obviously winning the pennant this year. So sort of a turnaround from where they were last year as a club. They've put the time in, so they'll go. I'm sure. Well, that's probably my pick for the men's forwards, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
Local boys, they'll get a bit of support and whatnot, and I know that when Brownie's up and about, he's pretty tough to beat. So
I think this is a deliberate tactic from Anne. She's definitely stretched this end out. Jack's a lot further back, almost at the tee. I find this one will be tight. You need to take really good grass on this green. Can talk from experience. Did trot out some pretty good bowls against the juniors the other day. We had a little hit out on this green. Me, Mel and Campbell, Team BV. against a few of the kids.
Yeah.
Kane Wilson, Oscar Jones and Seb Pretty.
Yeah.
Might have smashed them.
Yeah, ripper.
So that was definitely the game of last week.
Bit of a turnaround from down in Terralga, mate.
Oh, I'm blaming Mario for that. My bowls were serviceable, his were not.
Tony wasn't on the green though. So Cole needs to add probably a yard of speed here.
Hasn't.
Wonder when both players just scratching to nail the weight. As you said, the length of this end is probably it's probably 3 metres from being max. So
You have Laureen Smith marking. She's a very handy
of the
player
best.
in her own right and one of the best markers.
correct. It's good to see a lot of volunteers for marking as well. It's always, it's probably one of the unsung things that people understand with singles is you need to find not just any markers but quality markers too.
It's right. Good stuff. Good correction from Anne there. Puts the pressure on. Norm's really owning that. Has Nicholle gone here though, Brad? Can she get down?
Jack eye. She's jack eye.
Yeah,
She's drawn
top bowl.
shot.
Good
Well
reply.
played.
Very good reply.
I think Anne just be trying to draw up on the backhand, mate. Set the bowl. Could make 2. The line's good, mate.
Yeah, close, mate. Very close.
Need to probably find the jack now. Just through the hole. Great effort.
Kind of just didn't pick one, did it? You felt that.
One or the other.
4 or
yeah.
5 feet out.
So Nicholle be playing much the same, mate. Get to her own bowl for
Yeah,
2.
just repeat the dose.
Probably got 2 foot for shot.
She's wider than the last.
Speed looks good. Will it get back?
She's trying its hardest.
Falls over, it's a sniff.
Tried its hardest. I don't think it did from the angles we can see. Wait for the players to have a look.
I think Carl's put her fingers over it and I think it is 2.
She did.
It
She did
is.
get him. It's another 2 up. It's a 6-3 she'll lead. You can see by the body language. You can always tell whoever sort of says you measure is
Confident, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And Anne gave it up. It's a 6-3 to
Didn't really
Nicholle.
see that in the under 18s. I think numerous times they're waiting for the other one to suggest it and a bit reluctant to call the umpire.
I watched a couple of. I actually marked a game yesterday. They were a little bit short on the markers, and the game next to me was about 2, I'd say 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 2 girls, and I got chalk on my hand. Oh, I like your bracelet. How old are you? What school do you go to? It's amazing.
Tell you what, it was great to see that greens were filled all week with, not just the under 18 state squad members, but there's
All the
I
other
think there
kids.
was a massive contingent from the GV, the Devils there, and the Cartwright Clang.
And the Boswoods taking the boys'
Yeah.
pairs just out, which is good.
They do a phenomenal job there, up there, and great start there from Nicholle.
She's gone well when she's had the jack with the first bowl. Hey, that's
Yeah.
what singles.
Yeah.
A big part of singles is first bowl pressure. You can lead off well. Watching a recent singles game at the Adelaide Masters, Brett Spur, Aaron Sheriff. Obviously vested interest. Spur is a teammate of mine, but his first bowl pressure on Aaron Sheriff was phenomenal. And just missing through. So Nichole's still holding. That toucher from a first. Thanks, Fiona. Good morning. Hope you're in for the long haul. Got 8 more days after this is streaming. If you're looking for the schedule to work out sort of what event you want to watch, where your favourite people are, jump onto the BV website, go to events and state events and then state championships under there, and you'll find it. We're pretty fluid as always on actual streaming games, so probably won't know them until the start of each day. We'll be streaming 2 games of women's singles this morning, so we'll work out who sort of wins through and what that next game looks like. and going through. So Nichole's still holding. Representing the Aberfeldy CBC Bowls Club. Had a good season. Got out of Divi 2. Back in a Divi 1 in Metro Pennant. Just a 1 year hiatus from Div 1 for them, so I'll be happy bouncing back straight away. It's always difficult to do.
I see one of their stalwarts, Mitch Taylor.
I did see that actually on
signed
Facebook.
as
Yeah.
coach at Flemken it was announced yesterday. So
I always thought I had the best beard in bowls, but I might have to concede to him.
no, I think you're always second best, bud.
Mine's more groomed. Take pride in it. Mitchie's going for the length.
Anne's trying to draw shotty. I think she's just lacking on the speed.
I agree. Do you think that'll fall?
Oh, could be actually.
It got further than I thought that. Do you think that'll change Nichole's hand?
No, I don't think so. I think forehand.
Still wide enough there.
Turn her own. If she just sneaks around it, she draws a shot. Happens to get to the jack, she's 2. I think on the back end there's a risk if it's not shot it, she could flip it over 4 shots. So, but that's why they're out there. We're here, mate. We'll let them play the shots.
Also the fact that they might be female and it's the women's singles, but we'll
could-
overlook that. Oh, I'm not starting that conversation. We'll leave that one there.
That's a political question, mate. We won't go.
So Anne's asking which bowl's second shot.
The front pink, which then would suggest that Anne is holding shot.
I am shocked that that's second shot.
Well, the one jack high is at least 18 inches. It looks closer because of the angle we're on. You can see on the screen there. And switch to the backhand.
Looks pretty handy here. Looks very handy.
She's drawn these shots. Great shot there from Anne.
Good applause from some spectators.
And obviously a former teammate of mine at Mighty MCC.
I forgot she was there, yeah.
Great woman.
Yeah, Anne's great.
She's a funny one.
So they're doing this in multiples so far. 6-5. Played 5 ends. Not that the ends matter, it's straight first to 25. So I've just sent a message for early scores on the men's 4s and the 1 women's singles game not taking place on this screen, but so far on this screen we've got Eastern Ranges 2-all with Metro West. It's Carol Protopapas and I'm going to butcher her name, but Gu Engerbaston. Next door Sharon Jarvis against Lynn Maloney. So Sharon Jarvis from Mornington Peninsula 5-3 up over Lynn from West Coast. Can't quite see the Wimmer score of Jenny Larson and I can't even see if she's playing there. So I'll wait until someone moves out the way. Trish Doolan and from Yarra and Carla Miles from Golden Murray's 3-1 to Carla. And next door is Sandbelt v Geelong, and that is 6-2 to Sandbelt.
Couple of close games, as you expect. Both players just scratching to find the range with the first on this end.
And that happened last time in this direction as well.
Yes.
Leading up to events like this, I don't think that players would have trained on greens this quick in the lead up to this. I think we're pretty Tonks and his crew, don't know what they do, but the greens are always good.
Not from the southern part of the state. I think further up north along the Murray, you might get clubs that have greens of this,
if not quicker,
type of pace and line. It'll get to about 16.5 today, this green. It's probably around the 15 at the moment. Just as the morning warms up, the heat gets on the green. Yeah, terrific line. Always plays exceptionally well, these 3 greens at Bendigo East. And finds the middle of the 3 she sent. 1 short, 1 long, and 1 right on it.
inches. Thank you.
You can hear on the effects mic then from 4 rinks over. Clear question and a clear answer. Even hear the birds chirping, Jimmy.
Oh, just drifting under. She can correct the line. She'll collect the jack on that one, drag it to herself.
Anne's probably got, what, 2 feet to draw another. A foot either side of the jack and she counts.
Tracking okay here. She's urging it to finish. Yeah, just didn't quite kick that ball.
So if you were skipping, Jimmy, in a game here and that pink bowls the opposition, and you tell your rink you've got, how far would you say you've got to beat that pink one by?
I mean, I can't see the proper angle, but I'll be saying 2 or 3 feet.
Yep, okay.
What are you saying?
Well, I would say whatever it is, by double it, because you've got that space on the other hand as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
On the other side of the jack. So a lot of people think, oh, it's 18 inches away. I've only got 18 inches to count. Well, you've probably got 36, because if you're 18 inches the other way, you've still got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good call. I do lie when I skip a lot.
Do you skip much?
I do in the second side. Yeah.
I know you skipped a few games for Premier, playing as a 2, but you skip. Nicholle.
Brad. That's why it's a hobby for most of us.
Bit fortunate there, but
What's the situation, please,
I know that the woman Anne would be having a little giggle at that. She understands the little idiosyncrasies that can go on with the game. Another 2 shots there for Nicholle.
Morning all. Everyone, people tuning in.
What a morning, mate.
Oh, we are blessed this morning. We actually are blessed.
There is not one breath of wind.
But there's no clouds in the sky, are there? It's like a perfect April day. It's often said. And it's actually forecast like this for the next few days, which is stunning.
Remember a few years ago, I think we had over 100 mil on the first day.
Yeah, I remember it being very cold one time. I think we are probably a week, probably a few days earlier than we usually are, but only by a few.
Got the extra day this year too, don't we?
Yeah, I snuck that in.
Yeah.
Well, we were starting on a Saturday, and I kind of figured there's no point finishing on a Saturday. Might as well use the Sunday as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it, as you said, it gives gives Bolsvik the extra day if required for double ups, etc.
Yeah.
To get it all done. Anne's playing her backhand here. I think she's better weight than her first. Yeah, she's drawn the shot here. How close is she going to get to it? Brilliant shot. Little support crew from Balan here, supporting Miss Draffen.
One and a measure signals the mark-up.
Tell you what, Nicholle's not too far away.
Oh, she was swooping with intent there, Brad. Looking to get bowl or jack. Make something happen.
And again on the backhand, she's starting to hone in now, I think.
Yeah, she's dialing in, you're right. Yeah, great
Falls
ball.
over.
Have a little look for the touch of the jack here on the forehand.
Well, I think it's only definitely 2 now. I think the measure's been taken out of it because the jack has fallen towards Nicolle's closest. I think we could see a little bit of weight here potentially.
One of our UK viewers saying it's 2 degrees over there.
In the UK?
Yeah. Bear in mind it's probably, well, it would be 1 in the morning, mate. So, yeah, caveat that in. I was shocked to see that one be short of the jack, to be honest.
Yeah.
Big good morning to Charlie Boswell, who's just tuned in. Our boys pairs champion from yesterday. Played a cracker of a game, did the better of the brothers, he tells me.
Didn't thank the brother though.
No, he never.
Didn't.
He did it all by himself, I think, and he said, yeah, good
Well,
bowls
from
by Ant.
what I've seen, he played a couple of rippers himself, but his brother had some bowls around it to make it worth it.
I think this will tie us up at 8-all now.
I'm going to take a look at that 4th, but I think it is only 3.
Yeah, Nichole's sort of only saying 3. And going to have a double check. And we'll
3
confirm it's
shots.
just 3. So 8 apiece. Cracking start to this one.
8-all.
Cracking start.
Anne's just having a little think to herself on her length of choice.
Well, she went longer last time, and Matt's further up for
Brought
sure.
the mat up a little bit. She's trying to get to the tee, I think. The jack roll.
Which she'll do easily.
Last ball.
She's
One ball behind.
switching over to the forehand, so first couple of ends worked out that the forehand is probably the better of the 2 going in this direction. She's played a pretty good starter here. Great shot. Cole just slipping a yard through. Just out of camera shot there, but a very good home.
Yeah, in the game.
There you go, you can see it in screen now. Thanks for that, Brad. Surprised Brad hasn't started playing bowls himself yet. He's surrounding it day in, day out at recent times.
Still, I reckon he sat through, I don't even know how many hours of bowl streaming now. Hundreds and hundreds. And then his local pub quiz, he got the question wrong. That was, what sport has a manufacturer of bowls called Henselot? He went hockey.
He didn't.
Yeah, he did. Disappointed all of us.
That's so I'm not sure what I've done with the seat here, but found myself sinking. Don't know if that's telling me something about me waistline or the ground's a bit soft.
Stop going the dimmies over at the shed, mate. That's what it's telling you.
Tell you what, I won't tell you how many I've polished off yesterday.
I think, mate, I'm making a conscious effort not to order any food from that shed. I reckon once I start, I'm going to open some floodgates. Maybe just throw my phone across the venue.
Tell you what, talking about that shed over there, mate, the terrific work that the Bendigo East volunteers do. It's been phenomenal.
Oh, Nicholle.
Second shot, terrific shot.
Yeah, she's cut a cup late with that one. Well done.
And be looking just to draw the shot here. If she can turn the jack a foot, she probably makes 4.
Yeah,
Tell you what, she's
yeah,
not
front
far
touch
off.
is amazing for her. It's just the pace.
just lacking speed, so
How far is the shot bowl from the kitty, please?
The gap's 5 inches.
How far is mine?
Your ball is 3 bowls short of jack high.
Thank you.
Gap's that.
clear call there from the marker.
Good clear questions, good clear answers.
What are you playing here, Jimmy? Trying to just draw the shot off your own, or?
Yeah, I think it's a 2-in-1 shot. Get the edge of yours, bring it over, look for shot, and you catch the inside of yours and get to. What you've got to do though is play good weight.
Yeah,
if you play
correct.
bad weight, you could go a worse position.
Multiple, yeah.
She's just one down isn't the end of the world, is it? Let's be honest.
No, that's right.
So it's sort of that half-half shot.
One to Anne. Anne takes the lead for the first time. 9 shots to 8.
They've been going end for end, so it's the first time really, except the first 2 ends there, where they've held the mat as such. This is a cracker to start us off for our state champions week for Victoria here. We knew this would be a high-level game, and it has proven that so far. Gets me excited for what's to come.
Matt up again, Jack on the tee. What's your preference of length, Jimmy? when
I actually
you're playing
prefer
singles.
Yeah, I do prefer this. I do, if I'm forward thinking enough, which is not very often for me. I will go and spend a couple of weeks practicing pit to pit and try and play that, because I know that can catch a lot of people out. If I've got enough forward planning in my head. That's your preferred. I know it is, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, playing a lot with Leroy over years. It's as he says, if you can nail tee to tee, it makes it all much easier. Because a lot of people don't train tee to tee, do they?
No. Too much effort.
Hear the sirens in the background.
Another day in Bendigo, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like they're coming here.
and the sirens just stopped all of a sudden. They could be here. Not sure. I know Tony's arrived, so they could be after him, mate.
Morning, Rosemary. I agree. Cracking bowls. You've recovered from your fantastic efforts at the Vic Open. Running all the cards and rink draws and stuff with Brenton at Traralgon. Your time to sit and watch some bowls now. Nicholle trying to find a way around. I like this one, Brad. If she can just hurry.
That shot.
It's in for shot. Scores updates on this screen from what I can see. Carla Miles from Golden Murray leads Trish Tollan from Yarra 7-2. Sam Belt Nicole Mackenzie's up 9-2 over Sue from Geelong. Carol Protopapas is 4-3 up over Goo from Metro West. Sharon Jarvis and Lynn Maloney, Morning Peninsula and West Coast respectively, are 5 apiece. I can't quite see the Wimmera Murray Mallee scoreboard. I've got bodies in front of me.
I'll just text Anne, who's sitting in front of it, asking if she could give us an update. Nicholle here trying to draw another. Clears the front, she has. Oh, yes, it's fallen in, so there'll be 2, I'd suggest.
Yep, marker confirms.
I think Anne's got enough room. She's starting to play good now, so I think she's got enough room for her to draw a shot. Very capable. As I predicted, there she goes.
Yeah.
Drawn the shot.
Goes to a good home as well. Difficult to get that bowl clean out. You can play really adventurous, pink through it, but
I think Nicholle will probably play similar on the back end.
Correct.
Try and get through that little hole if she happens to sneak around Anne's front one.
yeah, around's fine. Like around, you'll get back from there.
Hey, well, she's not far off here.
Under and
that?
jack, under and oh, unlucky. Another one to Ants, 3 ends in a row for her. 10-8. She leads.
The ambulance.
I was just about to say that they were.
Ambulance was for here. 2 paramedics up on the landing, attending to. Looks to be a Bendigo East member. Hope everything is well there. The person is upright though. That's the main thing.
Yeah, right.
Hope everything is all right up there. It looks to be. But you did call it. They were on their way here.
It sounded like they pulled up in the car park.
Yeah. They.
I started thinking about all the naughty stuff I did as a kid. I thought it was coming back to get me at one stage.
Anyway, back to the game.
It's the fun.
Would be here for hours. And you can see a clear game plan now is Jack on the tee, both directions.
How far in front is that?
2.5 feet.
So Nicolle's flipped on the forehand herself here, probably the first time she's played one of the forehands with her first bowl. Looks to have drawn shot, she has, great shot. And just got to add 2 feet of speed here. I think she's added a fraction more than 2 feet. It's gone to a good home. Nicholle looking for much the same here. Clears the front, yellow. She has. It's close for 2. Marker suggests 2. And just fraction short, so big opportunity here for Nicholle. Lost 3 ends in a row, so. Big opportunity, draw another. Just thrown it a fraction wide. How's her speed? Just lacking. So Marker having a look here. It's definitely 1 and a measure. Jimmy's just popped back in. Making sure everything was alright.
Yeah, all good over there. He's being looked after by paramedics. Got a nurse on site as well, so she just made him comfortable till the paramedics arrived, but all good. Just doesn't want to touch a yellow, mate.
I think she's picked the hole well with good speed. Terrific shot.
That's a great bowl.
First shot on the backhand from Nicholle that end, so.
That's an absolute cracker of a shot. Measuring for the 3rd.
Yeah. It was close, so.
That's a good comeback from Nicholle. She's dropped 3 ends in a row. Still early in this game, but you never want to give momentum away massively. So she's picked a 2 up.
2 shots. So.
To even the game up again, so she's not let Anne get out in front of her, which is good. If you're a fan of Nicholle, Or if you're like us, you just want a very close and competitive affair.
So I wonder what. I don't think we'll see the jack on the tee. You can see the fair substantial drop in length here.
They've both got clear game plans,
Yeah. Yep.
which is good to see. I mean, at this level, you generally see that.
Who do you think Nicholle sort of gets sort of advice and coaching from?
I don't know the answer, but I know she's not afraid to go and ask.
Yep.
So I know she obviously plays in the same region as Carla, so I assume she would have been in conversations with her at some point.
It's just great to see. 2 years ago she was here in the novice, and
Maybe Mark Cowan as well in that
yeah,
area too.
yep. Great man from Sunbury.
She's wayward with the first though, Nicholle, and Anne does punish her. We talk about that first ball pressure in singles. Exactly what Anne's done there.
So we'll see the correction here. Just needs to drop a few feet. Just on that high line again. Nicholle predominantly playing the ditch side here, so
Oh, and just dropping short as well. Nicholle needs to find one here. She's wayward with the couple.
it's a bit of one of the looser ends that has been gone down. Once again, the changing length. We've had 3 ends in a row of sort of a relatively longer end. I think right on cue here, Nicholle's going to draw the shot.
Yeah, nails it.
Well
Great shot.
played. Terrific
Great
shot.
adjustment.
And fallen, so it's probably
Probably gets a bit stiff. It's set up like that, to be fair. That'll change Anne's hand. She'll just look to replace that bowl out the head.
I know. Well, I'd be making sure that I'm definitely there. You don't want another short bowl.
Okay. Jack high, but the right side of Jack high. Nicholle try and take the shot away, or
Yeah, I think just
try and get there first?
draw the shot. Any movement on the jack changes the angle for Anne, so just going past. So
It's not the worst miss in the world. It means Anne's got to play good weight to get the maximum result.
Well, obviously this is no respot, so she might elect just to go bigger for the bowl, just so she doesn't run the risk of getting the inside of the jack and it's going back for a 2 or 3. She played the good yard, and
It's not going to get down at that pace. And Nicholle will switch back in front on this one.
Sorry?
Just catch Anne's eye.
one shot it was.
Right, so early scores in the men's fours. Murray Malley lead West Coast 4-1. It's Joshy Thornton. Next door, Sam Boult lead Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields 8-0 after 4. Just waiting for some more to come through. I think they're doing it quite a smart way here. Rather than type it out and take ages, Mel's just sending me photos of the scoreboards.
Well,
So I'll wait for the next photo to come through.
I do know that that little medical episode that we just had was a family member from one of the Bendigo players, so
Yeah, okay.
hope all is well there, but might have rocked them a little bit. But Hopefully everything's all right there.
Yeah. Noreen, I'll try to get you the Wimmera scores in a sec once the players move from down this end. A couple of people in the way. Chris, and the green looks perfect. You are spot on, mate. So's the weather. Not a breath of wind and about 4 clouds in the sky. That's about it. T-Bone, looking forward to seeing you down here later. And next door, it's 14-2 to Sam Belt over Sue from Bellpost Hill, so she's having a bit of a tussle early. She's playing Nicole McKenzie from Dandenong, representing Sam Belt, who's a very, very good player and some good form as well. The rest of the scores in the men's fours have Ballarat Highlands leading Mornington Peninsula 6-0. Eastern Ranges leading Strzelecki 6-1. Gippsland leading Geelong 6-1. Northern Gateway leading Wimmera 6-0. And Ovens and Murray leading Yarra 5-4. There is one singles game not on this green. That's Liv Cartwright and Mary Tregar. Liv Cartwright's 15-2 up over Mary Tregar.
I just got a score update of that Wimmera Murray Mallee game that we can't quite see the scoreboard. It is 9 shots apiece.
Oh, awesome. So Murray Mallee v Wimmera in that one.
See the ambulance taking off in the top car park. And she's just had a few short ones the past couple of ends, Jimmy, which isn't ideal.
Sean, I got my finger on the pulse, mate, but not that on the pulse. No idea. I'm not a rumour man either. I kind of just ignore them. I've heard too many in bowls to believe in it.
Andrew the shot with the third. So Nicole might switch over to the back end here. She's switched over.
She's going to find...
I think the speed.
Yeah, not reaching. I was going to say she needs to find either side, but then it sort of started pulling up.
This is a nip and tuck game, this, mate. It's
a cracker to start us off.
End for end.
She's calling it to hurry, yeah. Don't think it does. Don't think it gets there.
Thank you.
Turn C.
One shot. 11 apiece in the race to 25. Jimmy.
Yeah, cracker, mate. This is as good as a start as we could have hoped for.
Anne's brought the mat right up here.
Ah, sorry. Sean, I've now tuned in. Sorry, mate. You're 5 minutes ahead of me this morning, you are, pal. I cannot pronounce Marula Bark. I just get it wrong every time.
Say that again.
Marula Bark. I don't know, mate. It's a silly name. It's a made-up place, I reckon. I was 5 minutes behind Sean then. You got me there, mate. 1-0 to you.
Wow.
You can look forward to a bit of me and JT specials this next week as well. Once he gets knocked out this morning of his men's fours, he'll be straight in a commentary this afternoon. Be here for the rest of the week. Tag you in a few times as well, Brad. We'll get Anne Hackett, Trish Doolan jumping in at other times.
Yep.
Sophie Kurzman's going to do a bit. Tony Sherwell. So all the familiar voices from BVTV.
Good starter there from Nicholle. This length would be 21.9 metres. So
that is the first bit of wind I've felt all morning, Brad. And it's just a faint breeze, if anything.
North,
you look at the big
it?
tree. There's a big tree at the back of the green here, over the car park, and not a single leaf is moving on it.
Great shot there from Anne. Terrific shot.
You wouldn't get more perfect conditions for bowls, would you?
No, I could think of worse. So quiet too, mate.
I know the music's supposed to be coming on, but we're having a few battles with the music system here at Bendigo East. Oh, Nicholle.
What a terrific shot.
Bowl jack. Oh,
Great shot.
doesn't roll the bowl over. Yeah, wow. Still holding his hand.
Oh, thank you.
Morning, Lynn. Hope you're well. This is at the Bendigo East Bowls Club, obviously in Bendigo, in the Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields Bowls region. Lucas, your mum is now 9-5 down, so Metro West lead Eastern Ranges 9-5 in that women's singles game. Another close one next door, West Coast now lead Mornington Peninsula 10-9. Same scoreline in the Murray-Mallee-Wimmera game, so 10-9 of Murray-Mallee in that one. 14-5 to Sandbell over Geelong. I can't quite see the Yarra Golden Murray score on this screen at this moment in time as a marker in the way. Nicole and Anne coming down to have a look at this one.
I think much the same's the way to go though. Any improvement on her last in terms of speed, she's probably going to be in the area. She gets a full roll out of her own, then turns and bowls past Jack High.
Yeah.
She can just get the Jack just past it.
Yeah, she has the men's fours have started. Last score update, which was about 5 minutes ago. Mornington Peninsula, I know it's all year after, we're 6-0 down against Ballarat Highlands after 3 ends, so very early doors in that game. We will get live scoring going in the next day or two. First day's always a little bit hard trying to rustle up volunteers. There's 15 rinks going this morning, so finding...
Tell you what, this is close here.
Nicholle.
Great shot.
Oh, man, it's stiff twice.
Bowl's like cemented to the green.
It's
It's not moved.
got blue tack underneath it.
Oh, it's blowing a gale now, mate. Kick with the breeze.
Yeah.
That score in the Yarra Gold Murray game is 9 shots to 7 to Gold Murray.
So they're all close on this green. By the one next door, they're all 2 shots maximum, including this last string game.
Anne's close here. She's probably just trying to beat the back pink one.
100%, that's what she's trying to do.
Well,
and
she's done one better, and she's probably
If that flops in
Oh,
for another, that
that's
is a
close.
fantastic ball.
still only one, but
So Nichole's got to find, as we look at the screen, the edge of her pink bowl, which will push that shot of Anne's through. If she gets it good enough, she'll get both. If she's real aggressive, plays 6-7 feet away, and it all goes perfectly, she can get both out for 4.
I don't think she will, because if she happens to be a bowl wide and gets her own on the left-hand side of the screen through the jack, it can go into the pit for 2 down. So she's going to miss. She's going to miss tight, I think. Well, she's hit the one. I think she's... Wait to...
Anne's body language suggests 1 to her.
And
Just
just
a very good effort.
Anne just said good shot there. Just goes to show the lady that Anne is.
Mm.
Ooh. Anne wanted the mat then. She said, hang on a second.
Yeah, it was just 1 to Anne.
One
Like,
shot.
just 3 terrific bowls from Nicholle there. So that's what she's got to sort of take away from that end despite being one down.
So you can see this mat is
Back up.
5 metres in front of us, so
She's
What?
a match short of the 21.
it's like we're whispering here. We won't do too much talking. Don't want to put her off.
Yeah, I got in trouble for talking too loud once. And apparently when I played that game against the kids on this green the other day, the whole of the other green could hear me taking the mickey out of them the whole game. Because my voice carries, I've learnt. But the worst thing I said was, once we beat them, we'll do our medal presentation before we do the kids finals, and everyone heard it.
Popular man.
Yeah. All in jest.
Handy start there from Anne. Jack Eye. Oh, probably 2 bowls past Jack Eye.
Tony Sherwell, our CEO, trying to update the scoreboard. I've never seen someone struggle to add a number to a scoreboard like Tony is struggling now.
Tell you what,
Let's see if we can get him on the camera, old Tone at the back. You can see him trying to put the one in. He's been there for 5 minutes.
if we got that on camera, that could go into Country Bloopers Australia. I think he's just worked it out there, the great man.
He's good at Excel. He's no good at scoreboards.
I think the scoreboard won that battle. 1-0 to the scoreboard.
Don't get Tony to put that on the scoreboard though.
No, it'd take him 5 minutes.
Right, room for Nicholle still.
Very good delivery.
I'll see if we can get that camera a little bit further down, Brad.
Just a fraction over.
I know we can't. He's giving me the...
It's giving you the
Oh, I'm not going to say what he said. but-
don't ask me.
Yeah, the no. The no
Wait until
song.
we're off camera and we'll sort this out. Once again, we obviously thank all the sponsors.
Lockie, last update on Brownies was 8-0 down after 4 ends. It's about 10 minutes ago that was. I'll probably get some more scores in the next 10, so hang around for them. Brad's going to go try to fix this camera. The one behind the head's just...
So is Nicholle going to get right down here to this bowl?
Oh no, wrong one.
Close. I think it is shot. And it's just going to wait for Brad to move.
So I'm just going to wait for him.
Sorry, Anne.
Now Brad's causing a disturbance, affecting the players.
How's Anne gone out?
Oh, he's done her a favour there.
Drawn the shot.
Drawn that shot. Well played, Anne. Nicholle probably going to change to the forehand. I think she also is going to wait for the movement next door just to come to a halt. She's playing some weight here, so I think she might be looking for the jack or the bowl. What's she got? I think she's closer to the bowl. Oh, she went through the hole. My
Got
God.
the edge of it, but the...
It's going to be one shot to Anne, I think. There he is. One shot. 12 shots to 11 here in the race to 25. So we'll see the jack mat up, jack on the tee.
Out.
Just got a score update. Race to 25. Olivia Cartwright currently leads Mary Tregartha 21-2.
Yeah, well, Mary's in some red hot singles form as well, so that's a big result.
Cole getting on the forehand here. And front one's just a bit loose, so I think Nicole's just overcooked it a little bit.
Falls in the pip. You feel, I mean, it's very close, 12-11, and just being more consistent at this moment in time.
I think that comes with experience as well. Probably Nicole's also in the triples with Emily Davies and Sophie Kurzman later on in the week. But probably Nicole's first time here, apart from the novice singles. Anne's a regular face at the state championships.
Yeah, she is correct. Nicole's becoming a more frequent face at state champs.
Definitely. I don't know if she was in the City v Country, but it's definitely a name for the...
Yeah, she wouldn't have been far away if she wasn't. How's she gone here? Any tickle, gets a tickle, stays in as well.
Good shot.
One to her. It's the touch up.
And she's just had a few bowls a bit short of the jack. Recent few ends, so...
Close, Brad.
Through the hole, I think, Jimmy. No, she's got the jack. Good shot.
Sits on the bowl as well. Great reply from Anne.
Nicole will just be looking to play much the same as the last. Draw the shot. Stays
Going
up
a bit.
Stays up's in a good home. Back bowls are always good. I think Anne likes this body language. I think she could be lacking.
Yeah, great. She is.
Didn't like that out of the hand then. You can tell, you know, these players, when they're playing regularly, they can, you know.
Yeah, good touch. They know straight away.
They know straight away out of the hand, generally.
It's always frustrating, though. Meter out the hand. Oh, I've done this. Gone short, gone heavy, gone wide.
How's Nicole going here, Jimmy?
Chasing the jack.
Just draw the shot. What a shot. Draws a clap from Anne that once again.
Top stuff from Nicholle. Back to square again, mate. It's about the third or fourth time we've hit level pegging. They've both had little tiny stints in the lead and been pulled straight back. It's about as even as a game as you could ever wish to see. We've played 14 ends and they've won 7 apiece. Ooh. Except
Scoreboard suggests something different to us, so we might just...
Tony's coming to tag in for me now. I'll just go and check that and
just
I'll
clarify that the great man Tony.
and I'll send you a message, alright?
I've got to ask the great man a question. Just get that scoreboard checked for you, but we've got it as 12 apiece. However, on the scoreboard it suggests Anne Draffen is 13-11. So just get that checked and I'm sure the great man Jimmy be onto that. And just a fraction short there. Nicole changing to her forehand, trying to add a yard of speed really hone in on the jack here. I think she's just lacking a couple of feet again. So, 3 bricks in the wall.
Last ball, where is it in relation to Jack High?
A metre short of Jack High.
A metre short. So, and probably flip to a backhand given the fact that it's her bowl on the run. She has. Just needs to miss her own. What a great shot. Great shot, Anne Draffen. Draws a front toucher. So it's a big one now for Nicholle. Must get past the jack. Just lacking the speed again. Great line, terrific line. It's on the underside of it. Probably the loosest head we've had for the game.
Down to that? Am I down to that? Sorry, is that shot?
Yes, it's definitely shot. Yes.
Jimmy has ducked out. We are graced with the presence of the Bowls Victoria CEO, Tony Sherwell. How are you, Tone?
Very well, thanks, Brad. Lovely to be here. Morning, everybody.
Drive up this morning, mate?
I did.
Yep, beautiful
I did.
drive.
Yeah, no dramas at all. Bit of roadworks on the way, but other than that,
Yeah, that
nice and cruisy at that hour of the morning.
From that Matterton to Kyneton area is just 40 the whole way. It's
Yeah, slowed me down a little bit.
slow down a lot, mate, from what I'm hearing.
Well, you know, car's got 200 on it for a reason.
Good shot there from Nicholle. It's got second shot, so... Tell you what, there's no danger in Anne arriving to this. Land the bowl, get her own. It's the same result either way. She's got none left, so...
Just actually took a bit of a peek around to see, just to make sure there was none coming.
Yeah, I think she'll get to this under her own. Give herself that chance, land the bowl, touch, gets her own, she's through, so... What's she got? She's close. She's got it. What a terrific
Well
shot.
played.
Brilliant shot.
Very smart bowler, Anne Draffen.
So that scoreboard was right, that we did have, that we didn't have, that the scoreboard attendant did have. So once it's updated, we will update it from that. So I'm thinking it could be 16 shots to 12 and Draffen's favour after that. After that 3, we will get it confirmed. Scoreboard is being done right now. In fact, it is 16-12, so...
Spot on, Brad. Tell you what, you'd be forgiven you'd passed and gone to heaven looking at this green. This looks an absolute picture out here today. Weather conditions pretty good too. There's a couple of clouds about now, but other than that, it's not much wind.
I think the clouds have rolled in since you've come in,
Indeed,
mate, so I'm not
brought
sure
'em up.
if you brought the Melbourne weather with you, but...
I did. I apologise to everyone here in Bendigo.
We actually thought that the sirens earlier was a police escort for you arriving, mate, so...
Water cannons and everything when I arrived. Decreed in the Constitution of Bowls Victoria. So somebody asking for a Wimmera score. They're trailing Murray Mallee 11-14. First to 25, so plenty of time to come. Somebody asking about the pace of the green, Brad.
Oh,
A
mate.
good bit of finish to it.
Well, yeah, definitely. They've been playing a few different length sort of ends. Anne's predominantly brought the mat up, jack on the tee, which has been her game plan, and Nicholle's been playing the sort of the longer of the ends. Great shot there from Anne. Terrific shot.
She's dialed in. No, spot on, Andy Cullen. They are just magnificent.
Sport for choice here, mate.
They
Bendigo
certainly
East.
are. I was out at Golden Square the other day. They look pretty good there too. actually broadcasting, for those who've familiar with Bendigo East, we're broadcasting from A Green, which is the one closest to the road. The last few years we've been on B Green.
Yeah, we mentioned that first off, that sort of, if you're not familiar with the camera angles and whatnot, the sign writing on the green, it's down on the other green.
Yep. Tonks has done a terrific job here.
So I reckon Nicholle trying to land the bowl trailer jack on the backhand here. I think she's just under it.
Might get the bowl still.
Wow.
Unfortunately, flattens it out.
Made it a bit more difficult now, so.
What's the distance between the yellow and the jack, please?
6 inches.
Clear question, clear answer. That's what you want when you're playing.
Yeah, Laureen Smith, one of our more experienced ITOs.
Now, Tone, I've been waiting since the Vic Open to ask you this question, and I'm sure Brad's got the scoreboard up here for the commentators' little comp. But what happened to our entry in the Vic Open triples, mate? Was there a miscommunication, or you didn't put them in, or what happened there, mate?
I went home that night after calling that game with you, and I was like a kid in a candy store. I thought he wants to have a game with me. This would be the best day ever. And then I woke up the next day and I thought, no, that's got to be a dream.
So you didn't think to send a text message confirming, or?
I didn't want to embarrass myself. I thought Brad Marin's not going to want to play with a mug like me.
Nah, I think you got one there,
So
mate.
we're talking about an Australian pairs champion. They don't want to play with hacks like me.
I think that's your blunder, mate. So
Definitely my blunder.
So we'll say it now. Next Vic Open, triples entry.
Lock it in.
Everyone has heard that now.
With Matty O.
With Matty O.
Right, we'll work out who plays where.
You're skipping.
There's no chance of that. One more to Anne Draffen.
I just wanted to bring that up on air, so now I've got,
It's in. No, it's
1,000
locked
witnesses listening.
It is locked in.
You'll organise that entry.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I will.
Done. One shot takes Anne to 17-12. So this is the biggest ascendancy that someone's had in this game so far. Once again, Matt up probably about 6 metres in front of us, so we've got to be a little bit quiet.
Yep.
During deliveries.
Now, just had a question, Brad, from Vivian asking what's happening with Cass Millerick. She's in the Champion of Champion singles. This is the state singles today.
She's
So
later on in the week, I believe.
she is. Liv Cartwright is the representative from
What a shot, Anne Draffen. Terrific shot.
Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields. She's having a bit of a day out. There was 17-2 last time I saw.
Yeah, I got 21-2 the last update I got.
She's having a good day against quality opposition too, it should be said. Mary Trigard. Goal just a touch heavy with that one. Stays up though. Chris Love asking, is this one of the clubs that will be used for com games? No, it's not, unfortunately. That'll be all at Bendigo Bowls Club.
Spoilt for choice, mate.
Yep, but I suspect there'll be a few nations that want to use this venue as a bit of a training ground. And Jacket saying that our triples should be the live stream game. That's a big call, Ange.
Especially if you're skipper, mate. They want the great man in the box seats, so...
Well, if Ange will commentate, then it could be a deal. It's a nice bowl here from Nicholle Wendt.
Great shot.
Just dies a touch shy.
I'm hearing you just got to keep your form that you had at Traralgon when you teamed up with JT. I'm hearing. But
Well, they didn't take it into the competition proper, that's for sure.
On the other token, I hope Mario actually fixes up his game from what I've heard.
And Draffen with an absolute peak.
What a shot. Terrific shot, Anne Draffen.
Little touch on the jack.
So I was saying earlier, this is where the experience from Anne, being a regular face here at State Champs Week, probably comes into it. Nicholle 2 years ago, this time 2 years ago, was winning the novice. So
She was.
what a fantastic effort in its own right. You know, probably doesn't quite have the experience of Anne, but has played some exceptional shots, and I'm sure it's a name that we're going to start to hear regularly here at the State Championships, Tone.
Anyone who's good enough to get over Carla Krasanik in their region.
Forehand with big weight. Tell you what, she's played. Oh, what
Got
a
the
terrific
jack.
shot. She's killed the hand.
Well played. She was down a couple there.
Terrific shot. There's confidence backing herself to get that. 2 down, two shots inside 6 inches, and she's back to self.
Yep. Well played.
So we go again.
They've decided there's enough bowls down the other end, so they'll head on down.
We'll just give some other score updates while the jack's been rolled. Sandbelt 19-5 over Geelong. Golden Murray, Yarra 11 apiece. That's a big battle between Carla Miles and Tris Doolan.
Carla got out to an early lead there, so Tris has pegged her back to level pegging.
On the scoreboard next door, the Murray Mallee is leading Wimmera 17-12. And then 2 absolute close ding-dong battles. The 2 rinks next to that, West Coast 14 leading Mornington Peninsula 13. And on the far rink, we've got an even battle, Eastern Rangers 13 versus Metro West 13. And Carol Protopappas was down a few early on, so she's clawed her way back. And right on cue's just saddle bowl over there to hold shot, so she's working her way back into it. I'm sure Lucas is listening to how Mum's going. She's going not quite as good as you, Lucas, but close. Definitely better than his football side, that's for sure.
Yeah, would have put a fair bit of money on it that he would have been here this week cheering his mum on, but too busy signing autographs, I hear.
Where's Mario this week?
Resting.
Resting. School holidays.
No, he's in the office. Well, maybe not today, given it's a Saturday, but he's in the office just beavering away.
Could be listening to us. Probably working out whether or not he wants to play with us, and or probably trying to work out something else.
Might do himself an injury just to get out of it.
We'll have to get Jimmy if that's the case then.
Draft just catching the underside there.
Colby looking to add 2 feet of speed here.
We've had Valerie Hardy asking for some men's fours scores, so we'll give you what we got. They are from a little while ago, as in
Great
about
shot there.
10 minutes ago. Well played, Nicholle Wendt. Slightest little feather on the jack, but that'll do. So West Coast 2 are trailing Murray Mallee 5 after 4 ends. Sandbelt 11 leading Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 5 after 6 ends. Mornington Peninsula 1 trailing Ballarat Highlands 12 after 5. Just missing the jack there.
Jack on the high side.
Is Anne Draffen. Strzelecki 3 trailing Eastern Rangers 6 after 5 ends. Geelong 1 trailing Gippsland 6. They've played 4 ends. Northern Gateway 7 leading Wimmera 1. 5 ends through. And the other 2 matches on the back green. So we see Nicholle play another pretty good effort. It's good enough for second, I'd say.
Great shot.
Golden Murray having a tough day there, 0. Metro West 10 after 5. Ovens and Murray are 5 and Yarra are 6. They played 7 ends. So we'll keep you updated with those scores as they progress.
Oh.
Gets the result.
Instantly put a hand up and apologise from that. It's a cruel sport in that regard sometimes. And I know you obviously didn't mean for that to happen, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Unfortunately. Tell you what, she actually isn't far away from drawing the shot.
Fair response.
Kicking the jack there.
What a shot.
It's A1.
That's a phenomenal shot. A lot of players probably get their heads down after a result like that, but What a shot. So she's got her 2 back that she held, Tone. Takes us to 17-14.
That is composure at its finest. Well played, Nicholle Wendt. Thank you, Sean. I could hear a little bit in my ear as I was trying to fix the scoreboard. A little break in the ring that means sometimes the numbers just fall off. So I thought, no, I'm going to fix this. Took me a fair while to fix it though. One of the many areas I need some training.
Situation, please, Susan. That last ball, Jack high.
One down. That ball.
So the jack's probably halfway up the line here. The mat's halfway up the line, so it's a relatively, you know, more common end length.
Seems
Great
to
shot.
be the length that suits Nicholle very well.
Terrific shot too. I asked Jimmy earlier, and he really, well, he sat on the fence to be fair. I'll get stuck into him while he can't hear us, but sat on the fence, didn't give us anything. But Tone, when you've seen the draws, what name stuck out for you? And you sort of told yourself that that's the winner. Is there one, or are you going to sit on the fence too?
No, I won't sit on the fence. It is actually the game we're covering now, Draffen. I like the way she plays. I thought she was in pretty good form at the Vic Open. Pretty good form, City v Country. Of course, previous Vic Open singles winner. So, and I think the other thing going in her favour, she's played a lot of short mat bowls.
Yep.
And these greens nice and quick. She'll have the touch, particularly playing short ends, which is her advantage. We've seen a bit of that today.
Geez, you're onto it, mate. You've done your homework, haven't you?
Yep. She won't have it all her own way, though. There are some very good players here that are going to challenge her every day of the week.
I think, for me, in all due respect to everyone else, there's a name that stands out for me that I think she's just about to take herself to the next level, and that's Olivia Cartwright.
Yep.
I think she's going to prove a point this week, going to get that maiden state singles, and I think she's going to, I think she'll get the job done.
Yeah, no, look, that would be one of the other names that it's certainly having contention. So.
Just a bit of a bad bowl there from Nicholle. She'll be looking to correct with her next. And played a phenomenal shot with her second to get the shot back from Nicholle. You're looking to play much the same, I'd suspect. Trying to draw as close as you can again. Just needs to miss the front one. Missed it on the underside, so I think Nicholle's only really got the draw shot on the forehand. Touch the jack, she makes 2 just. She doesn't want to play anything too drastic and potentially get her own bowl out of there without moving the jack, so sometimes take your medicine.
Liv Cartwright and Draffen in separate sides of the draw too, so. There's some other good players though. Nicole McKenzie I like. I reckon she's been in a fair bit of form lately. She's currently leading 21-7. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Trish Doolan, of course, has been here and done it all before. Carol Protopappas is here a couple of times this week. I think she might be in the triples as well. I'm watching some of her pennant results this year. She's had a very, very good year. Skipped her rink out at Heathmont. Did not lose too many matches. Any way she can remove this, Brad? Or?
Well, I think she'll be giving herself a chance. I don't think there's much danger, to be fair. I mean, if she'll be playing the weight that she gets the bowl right out. If she gets the jack, she's going to move it more than 2 inches. So
asking for it to get down,
just
herself a little
hang,
slap,
so
just didn't quite get there.
Did play the right shot.
Still picks up 1. Draffen, she now leads 18-14.
The sun has gone away, so Tone, these clouds that you brought with you, mate, are starting to accumulate a bit too much than I like. So
I'm having immediate effect, aren't I?
You are.
The boys at home yelling out at the TV. Brad?
My boys.
Yep.
Mate, they're crazy. Don't know.
Tay says they just haven't quite worked out that you can't hear them, but
I think they take after their mother. I'm not sure on that, but I've just got my suspicions. Nah, mate. Ollie's a avid bowler. He was actually out here at 9 o'clock last night rolling with Tangles.
yep.
He's an avid bowls watcher, and Mav's just he's just cooked. He's just crazy, mate.
Of course, a big Tangles fan too, so he would have been peachy
Yes.
keen
Yeah, he's
out here last night.
just a sports nut, mate.
Yep.
Just loves I can see Olivia Cartwright, so dare say she's wrapped up her game down there. She was 21-2 up, so
Yep.
unless Mary's picked up a few falls in a row, I think Olivia might have ticked that one off. Nicholle honing in here. Just a fraction short, probably about a foot short there.
So that'll be the first victory at Champions Week for 2023. Liv Cartwright getting over Mary Trigard. We'll give you a final score when we receive it. As you say, Brad, leading 21-2 and not much time's expired since then. So can safely say that's a victory to Liv Cartwright. So far, your pick is doing well.
Draft just fallen 2 feet short here. So, opportunity here now for Nicholle. Draft looking to add a couple of feet now.
How far in front is that last bowl?
Just got the thumbs up from Liv, so see Draft drawing the shot there. Hold one. Nicholle probably sticking to play the forehand.
Gap is 14 inches.
14-inch gap there, so plenty of room. She's been playing well. Very good delivery tone, nice and upright, and body momentum moving towards the other end, which is what you want.
Does it have the trip?
Well, if it's not shot, it's very close to being second. I think we'll get asked.
Favour hand still holding, but it's close. Yep.
Yeah, holding one, so I think she'd be just trying to draw another shot. Keeping in mind, she probably wouldn't mind passing the jack either, to be fair. Just to have that little bit of security if Nicholle decides to play weight through the jack. I think she's lacking though, from what I can see.
Yeah, doesn't like it.
So Nicholle, come and have a look. It's a good shot, down with 6 feet on the forehand. 3 options, land the yellow, your 3. Any of her own bowls probably going to get a result. Any movement on the jack's only going to benefit herself as well, so. No response from the better half yet, so I'm not sure if she took that personally, but she might have some choice words for me when I get home. Sure, I'll be cooking dinner.
Well, regardless, the kids will get bowls talent from one of you.
Hopefully her, mate. She's a gun.
She's a very handy bowler, there's no doubt about that. She's not an Australian champion yet, though. There's only one of them in your household.
No, that means nothing, mate. That's 3 years ago. Give us a spell. I played with a good player. That's all that
Interesting
made it.
change of hands here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Tell you what, it doesn't matter when you trail the jack for 4 though. That's why we're standing here, mate.
100% spot on.
Terrific shot.
And now I'm questioning whether she kicked it far enough to the left on that screen to count for 3. I'm going to say yes.
I think she has.
And that is why she changed hands. Why, as you say, she's out there and we're in here. Lovely trail, Nicholle Wendt. Top shot.
I mean, it's always, yeah, they've kicked 3 out. I mean, it was always an option, but it just looked at, probably more options on the forehand, given the fact she had 3 bowls there to work with. But she backed herself to, she said, forget your 3 on here for that one option, and that was trailing Jack, so.
I was taking the safer option in mind, so. Just want to double check this, a 2-person measure, so.
Probably that distance away that it does take 2 people unless you got long arms.
Ethan Fruin may be able to do this, but
big stretch.
Saw him playing City v Country last weekend.
Reminds me of Taco Fall. You know Taco Fall?
Yeah. Oh, we'll go calling the umpires. This one's real close. I actually saw a picture of Giannis and Taco the other day, and Dad said Giannis looked like a guard.
Yeah. Can you pronounce Giannis's last name?
Antetokounmpo, I think it is.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Giannis is about 6'10", 6'11". Superstar for the Milwaukee Bucks. Taco Fall is 7'6", I think he is, from memory. It actually looked to be a much greater difference than that in the photo, but...
You an NBA watcher, are you, Tone?
I am, yeah, no, I love it. Oh, look, I'm a child of the 90s, I'll say.
So
I was always a Jordan fan. He could do things that nobody else can.
If you want to settle for second best, mate, and not be with the fact that LeBron is the GOAT, that's not to you, pal.
LeBron's got him for longevity and nothing else, and that doesn't take anything away from LeBron. He's probably the second best player in the modern era. I think we can safely ignore Wilt Chamberlain's and everyone else from...
Sad that you think that way, mate, but anyway. It's one of the greatest debates that you'll never be able to answer because
it's impossible.
They're the best in their own right, aren't they?
The thing that gets it for me is Jordan, every time he made it to playoffs, he got the victory.
But I think, yeah, I get that.
6 championships to 3. He's got the whole lot. Paddles, good morning to you, mate. Ocean Grove 4s.
Tell you what, that's 4 shots to Nicholle Wendt.
The last one we had, they were trailing 1-6. So that is a peach of a shot from Nicholle. We put that on as 3, or I put it on as 3.
That ties us back up.
It does, 18 apiece. So paddles, they were trailing 1-6 after 4 ends. So we'll see if we can get Jimmy to rove around and get us some scores. Liv Cartwright did get up in her singles 25-3.
She's on a mission.
Yeah, might have wanted an early mark.
Just some other ink scores from this green. Nicole McKenzie leads 22 shots to 8. Carla Miles currently leads 15-11 in her encounter with Tris Doolan. Representative from Murray Mallee leads 19-14, and that's over Wimmera. Sharon Jarvis, Mornington Peninsula, leads 18-15 over West Coast.
Maureen Drennan.
And the Metro West competitor,
Gu Ingebrigtsen,
well played, leads Carol Protopappas 13, although that scoreboard's just about to be redone. 16 shots to 14, I believe. 17-14 in that one.
Good battle continues here. There was a walkover in one of the matches. Lorraine Dowson, representing Strzelecki, didn't get a game against Rhonda from Paynesville, representing Gippsland. So Lorraine is through to the quarterfinals. She did have a bit of a practice out here this morning.
The only thing I'll agree with you about NBA, Tone, is that the defense of today is not what it used to be.
Yeah, correct.
It's
the biggest knock on the NBA.
You used to be able to win games scoring 80. Now you get smashed if you only score 80.
Yep.
It's probably the only knock that... It's the only thing that makes me agree with you that Jordan's the GOAT, mate. Defence back then was good.
100%. Particularly from him, and this is where the difference is between him and LeBron for mine.
We'll be able to settle this debate when we play Vic Open triples next year, bud.
All right, you're on.
Nicholle trying to draw another here on the backhand. Gets to her own. She's really good. Wouldn't mind just missing under and counting.
It's good enough for 2 so far.
It's good enough for 2, but Anne's got a great shot here. She can reach up with whatever speed she wants. I think she'll choose to give herself that yard chance, land a bowl, trail a jack sort of thing. Won't want to play nothing too major, but
Good tracking out coming in here.
getting it enough. Ooh, it's close.
Let's cut one out.
Still 1 to Nicholle. When I first heard Nicolle's name, someone said Nicholle Wendt, and I just instantly asked where'd she go.
Well played.
Truthfully, I had to ask where'd she go.
Yeah, well played.
And that wasn't trying to be funny either. I genuinely asked where'd she go.
Do have some scores, so after this end we'll give you the updated scores on all the other matches.
Ambi
Jimmy
playing,
Whitehead's come through with the goods.
Ambi playing much similar to her last. I think she's a fraction tighter than her last, but she's got...
You're going to have to hit it hard now.
Oh, good shot.
She
And
had
Draffen.
options galore there. If she got her own bowl, she had a chance of getting the jack through. Anything tight had a chance of sitting a coal. So
Turn the pink one over once, isn't enough for 2. I think.
not really getting an indication from Laureen yet, but she's very good marker, Laureen. Doesn't give anything away.
Definitely 1. Having a close look for the second. 2.
Yep.
2
Kicks it out.
shots. That's true. Oh, Tony, look at that scoreboard.
Oh
That's,
dear, that is messing with my OCD really, really badly.
you might have to go on a 10 nap.
I will.
If you've got a spare half hour, given the fact how long last time took you.
All right, so scores from around the grounds. This is all men's fours action. West Coast. Well, the first score I come to from Jimmy doesn't have a score for West Coast, so I'll come back to that one.
Well played, Jimmy.
Sandbell 13. Bendigo Campaspe Goldfield 7.
You should just take it.
Played 18.
Have a deep breath, mate, and start again, please.
Those who listen to me rabbit on a bit will know that I spent many years working in hotels and TABs, and SAN is the code for Sandown Racecourse. So every time I see SAN, the old brain kicks in, or doesn't kick in. Mornington Peninsula 1, Ballarat Highlands 15. They played 7.
Terrific shot there from Anne.
Strozlecki 7, Eastern Rangers 11. 8 ends in these men's fours matches. Geelong 6. Paddles will be listening for this. Geelong 6, Gippsland 10. They played 8 ends. Northern Gateway 11, Wimmera 2. 9 ends gone there. Goulburn Murray having a very tough day, yet to get on the board up against Metro West. 17 zip down after 8 ends. That one may not go the distance on that strength. Ovens and Murray are 8, Yarra are 7, and they've played 11 ends there. So just check on the West Coast score.
17-0 that score.
17-0 is the lead to Metro West over Goulburn Murray. So
Okay. What's Nicholle got? Oh, she's played a good shot. Opened the jack up. So that's a good shot. That's why they give you 4 bowls.
yep. So West Coast are 5, Murray Melly are 9 after 9 ends. So that's little Joshy Thornton's rink out there for Murray Melly. Of course, he and his team from Murray Downs.
What a
And
shot.
Draffen does Draffen things.
Superstar.
Yep.
Played in a lot of singles big events and played in the Vic Open final a couple of times, I believe.
Yep. Including a win in 2019.
That's right.
She was Female Bowler of the Year in that 1920 period as well.
I think Anne'll probably be looking to get back in the state team in the next few months, Jimmy. Tony, sorry.
Gee, that's talking me up.
That's a boo-boo.
I've got socks on.
Yeah, I've got the little blue ones on myself. It's all next.
Quite stylish. You're always stylish though.
So
Draft's just kicked that one a touch too far. Still plenty of room here for Nicholle Wendt. Bit of pressure on though.
walked out of the bedroom in my Bowlesvik trackies and hoodie and runners and said to Tay, look alright? And she said yes, but I felt like I looked like it. Yeah, anyway. So, went back in and got changed.
Yeah,
good shot, Nicholle.
Well played, Nicholle Wendt. Doesn't get shot, but it cuts out a couple.
Cut it down to from 4 to 1. Go to 21-18.
Of course, matches to 25 here. So state championship level, there are dead ends, there are no time limits. This is all about finding the best bowler.
You in any events, mate? Or you forgot to put your entries in?
Forgot to put my entry in, yeah, that's what it is.
That's not right, is it?
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh,
gotcha there.
how do I get on the scoreboard here? What is it? I've got to rip into him. I would never rip into Brad, that's the difference. I'll rip into Jimmy because he's not here, probably not listening. Got to get points for that.
Go for it.
It's actually much like our bowl scoreline
3-zip.
after the first end.
Your favour. The way I haven't played a proper bowl in 6 weeks, mate. My form in the last 2 months at Pennant was dreadful. Disgraceful.
I think might have been dreadful by your standards, and that's the difference.
5
Everyone
ring
else would have been happy to do it.
5 ring losses by a total of 40 overall. That's not ideal, pal.
Tay, tips for women's singles. Mine is Anne Draffen. And the great man next to me has said Liv Cartwright.
Should be... Oh, mate, this... I mean, the 3 names that stuck out for me before the event was Trish Doolan, Anne Draffen, Livia Cartwright.
Yep.
So...
Yep, hard to argue with those.
But I can't sit on the fence and say one of those 3. I'll pick one and I'll go Liv.
So Trish Doolan having a bit of a tough day. She's trailing 11-17 against Anne Miles' granddaughter, which of course isn't her granddaughter, it's her daughter, Carla Miles. But introduced at City v Country the other day as Anne Miles' granddaughter.
I don't know if that's a compliment for Carla looking young, or is that a crack at Anne for...
Oh, it's got to be compliments, surely.
Has to be.
And a couple of the other players set Ian Ewing up to the task to see if he could introduce Carla as Anne Miles' granddaughter. Of course, he happily obliged. Ange Hackett saying it'll be a Nix McKenzie versus Liv Cartwright final.
I'll tell you what, Anne just going through the hole, so...
I did mention your mum earlier, Lucas. I certainly didn't forget her. Said she's here in 2 events and had a great year pennant-wise, skipping her rink at Heathmont. So she can do it, that's for sure.
What's making news at Bundoora, mate, during the off-season?
Oh, look, to be honest, I just don't get involved at all. So.
Are you playing Premier next year? Or?
No, far from it. We struggle to get a game in the 7s. We've only got 6 teams. They won't even let me play bankers these days.
No, I don't think they want to play with you, mate.
Now, Anne Draffen, if she can get the jack back here.
She's landing the ball, I think. She has. Great shot, Anne Draffen. A little bit fortunate that she got the inside of it.
So it's looking like 2 from the split of the paddles. 3 make that from our marker, Laureen Smith. 3 and a measure. So this is action stations here for Nicholle Wendt. She looks to be in and amongst it. Just enough. It's going to cut some out. Laureen Smith just takes another card.
Big,
Oh, so we're taking 2 out, and now Nicholle just giving it a little finger measure. And they will put a tape on it. So this is where we start to find a bit of pressure.
A few big months coming up. Big month, sorry, Tone, for Bowls Vic. I mean,
Not wrong.
got, State Champs Week goes for 8 days.
Yep.
Then you're on to State Pennant early May.
Yep.
Couple of weeks' time. And then
Region
sides.
towards the end of May. So
You get a, did you get picked in the Yarra side?
amazingly, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Travelling emergency or something?
Not even that. I said, can I do the scoreboard? They said, no, just leave us alone. Stop contacting us. 23-18 now, and Draffen.
Tell you what, I was the selector for Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields up here this year, and trying to pick so many decent players into 12 is tough.
Yeah,
But
not wrong. Not wrong.
We feel that we've picked a good mix and should hold us in good stead, hopefully.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I think you're right. I think the Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields team will be pretty handy. Of course, Northern Gateway be the one to chase. They won the men's and the women's last year.
Good start again for man.
What I
What a
saw of
shot.
the Yarra team looked pretty handy. Well played,
Yeah.
Anne Draffen. Just putting
Good.
pressure on straight away.
Good mixture in there.
Yeah, I think there was about 7 from Bundoora, maybe 4 from MCC, and I might be wrong, but it's pretty close to that.
1 from Montmorency.
Yep.
Great man, Ray Jansen.
Ray Jansen. Playing 3, I think, Ray Jansen from
Yeah,
memory. So that's
Chopper, Josh Corliss, I think.
be a very good combination. Hell of a player, Chopper.
Bring it with you, Sue. Bring it with you.
So, and drawing another one close, hopefully. She'll be hoping. What's your ambitions in the next 12 months, Tone, for bowls? Do you hope to make the over 60 state team, or what's your go-to?
I tell you what it is, in all seriousness, to actually get out there and practice a bit and stop making a fool of myself when I do actually play in an event. A couple of those games getting towards the pointy end now. Nix McKenzie is up 24-10. Her opponent just picked up 1 to save the match.
How's Nicholle going here? What a
It's a
shot.
lovely, lovely bowl.
Terrific shot. Fall on the back of the jack.
Yep, little back
Great
hopper.
shot. So Anne only needs 2 to go out here, and Nicholle needs 7. So
She won't be short with this.
great effort. Just slipping by. It's a good home. What are you playing here if you've got the bowl in your hand, Tone?
Well, I think she's got to try.
Stop waiting for her to bowl and tell me
I
what.
was actually, I thought she was going to try and sneak it in the other way, but looking at that camera angle, I was trying to see the other camera angle. That's what I'm relying on.
She's just said, keep your thoughts to yourself, I'll draw another.
That's the way to do it. Just building a little target though. We do know Anne Draffen likes to have a run at things. Is this going to be the shot? Steps on and steps off the mat. Resets.
I think any contact on the jack high pink is going to shoot the jack, so
It is for weight.
she missed wide.
Trish Doolan picks up a 4, a couple of rings over too, so that is a big change in that match. 11-18 down, picks up a full count of 4. So can Nicholle add another one here?
I think she's just lacking speed. Still going though. Now just falling short, but she'll be happy with that. Getting 2, get the mat back, choose her length of choice, and
And to be fair, she'd hate to give it away there,
Yeah,
so I think
definitely.
it was always the conservative approach. A little bit chicken, as they say.
especially when Anne only requires 2 more.
Yeah, that's right. So both players in their 20s will lead 23 shots to 20, and Draffen over Nicholle Wendt.
So what
Kay saying she's going to come down and have a roll with me. So I can start my practice now. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm up for that. She's a little bit narrow here, Brad.
Yeah, just doesn't have the speed either.
No.
Probably one of the longer ends we've played in most recent ends. So,
Credit to both players. There really hasn't been a lot of loose bowls at all.
no.
That one might have been, but I don't remember the last one.
Do I have 2 seconds?
Clear call there. Clear question next door. You can hear in the effects mic.
Yep, Jeff Howes, the marker over there, said yes you do. Well,
Have you marked many games over your time?
yeah,
Tone?
I actually enjoy marking, to
Yeah?
be honest. I know
What's
that
the-
sounds a bit silly.
What's the most funny question you've been asked?
Why are you here? Can't we get a proper marker?
Who asked you that? Jimmy, was it? Actually, I was playing a game a long while ago. Might have been Vic Open 2016. I was at Strathmerton, and the opponent from City Memorial asked the marker, "Am I one down?" And he said yes. Then the marker proceeded to say, "But if you turn this bowl 2 feet and then you move the jack, you'll have one." Skipping the ring marking. Well, that was seen the funny side of that.
Yeah.
So Nicholle, if you're
It's a
looking
bit
to,
of track for Nicole.
she must reach with this,
Yep.
or at least get shot. If it hasn't reached, at least get shot. And if she
I think
has,
that's pretty good.
she's drawn
That is a great correction from our
Great
first
shot.
two.
up here for the week, mate.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing some great bowls all week. Hopefully the rain stays away on Thursday.
You'll have to go to the art gallery while you're up here, mate.
Yeah,
Beautiful
what's on
place.
there?
Nah, it's just a beautiful place.
All right.
Go to the gold mine underground, mate. Just don't get caught
A
down
bit
there.
nervous about confined spaces.
Are you?
Yeah. So no change. Draffen just sits up
That explains why you.
Cole's bowl.
That explains why you forgot our entry. You didn't want to be playing at Warrnambool, Morwell in confined.
No, I did. That's where I, well, in inverted commas, played singles. A lovely facility down there. That's what Bendigo's missing. A roofed facility somewhere.
Won't be long, I don't think.
I hope not.
So Anne's got a chance here to win the game. Bowl or jack?
Yep.
She moves the jack, trails the jack around the corner, she wins the game. Lands the bowl. I think she's tight out of the hand, Tone. Look to be tight out of the hand.
Yeah, that won't change anything.
No.
One more to Nicholle Wendt, 23-21. She's picked up 2 ends in a row.
Jimmy suggested this would go deep into the 20s.
Yep.
For both players.
It's been a good match, and I think what I find interesting there is Nicholle Wendt's probably had her loosest end by a sizable margin and still managed to pick up a shot. So.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Nicole Mackenzie playing on the rink next door. She's been on 24 for a little while and hasn't quite
It's
got the job done.
It's the hardest one to get. Remember
Yep.
a club singles final. My opponent was 24 and I was on 15 and come back and won. Here at the great Bendigo East Club.
Heartbreaker. So just looking across the grounds, Gil Engbretson from Metro West is leading Carol Protopappas 21-17. Sharon Jarvis up against Maureen Drennan is leading 20-18. Next rink over we've got Lynn Southwell from Charlton. She's trailing Jenny Lawson from Barham.
I think that game's just
15-24. They look
just
to be signing
concluded.
scorecards now, so that'll be a win to Jenny Lawson.
Good start there from Nicholle. Back on this one.
Can't see the Tristel and Carla Miles scoreboard. Is that still 15-18? It is,
15-18.
in favour of Carla Miles. And just next door, Nix McKenzie is leading 24-11.
Good start here from Draff. Draws a toucher. Great shot. It's fallen against the bias, so a little bit of fortune going Nicolle's way then.
Earlier on, we had a victory to Liv Cartwright over Mary Trigard. So Liv Cartwright into the quarterfinals. She will play against Lorraine Dowson, who had a walkover in her first match. Nix McKenzie does enough to be holding game on the rink next door. We'll keep you updated with that one.
And looking to do much the same as the last. Just sneaking past, couple of feet extra. Won't be unhappy with that. It's a good shot.
Nicholle just looking a little bit indecisive in this shot. She sort of shaped up, ready to be on the mat, and then pulled back and wants to come and have a look. I do like the way she does this.
I think it's where the experience as well comes into it.
Yep.
We touched on multiple times that 2 years ago Nicholle was playing in the novice, so first time in the big smoky up. She's in 2 events this week we touched on. This and the triples. And I'm sure, regardless win, loss or draw here, that she'll gain more experience and she'll come out better off for it.
Yep, spot on. And of course, given it is only 21-23, anything can still happen.
Well done, mate.
So I think Nix McKenzie is going to wrap up
the game.
Yep. She is holding one there, says to her opponent, I'm not going to bowl my last. Shake hands with the marker. So Nix McKenzie gets a win there.
Nicholle, what she's done, she's played a horn. What a shot. Terrific shot.
Just punches the hand draft and bowl through.
Done that a couple of times, played the backhand shot real well. I remember a few ends ago, made 4 going in this direction with a backhand shot.
Does Draffen just try and trail this jack back, or is she trying to take out the bowl?
No, I think she'll reach up with a good yard or 2 and land the bowl, trail jack sort of thing. I think she's playing the right way.
Line.
I think she's just under. Just under.
Yep.
Played the good speed to have a chance with her last if Nicholle doesn't do much here, but Nicolle's just got to get to... I'll be interested to see who's got 3rd shot here too, Tone, because if she gets a couple of rolls out of Anne's 2nd shot, then she could potentially make 2 or 3. So, hey, well, she's not far off. Oh, she's played a good one.
Wanted to hit it flush, but...
I wonder... 2 shots. Well, it is 2. As suggested. So... could we be 23 apiece? The greatest to ever wear the 23 was LeBron James.
Oh. You been drinking?
Don't drink, mate. Stupid enough. No, we've been graced with legendary 23s, haven't we?
Yeah, we certainly have.
Shane
Became a sexy
Warne.
number for a little while, didn't it?
Shane Warne, LeBron, Jordan, Lance Franklin.
Jordan started it all.
That's where it went sour. Anyway,
Termy was 23 too, wasn't he?
back to the bowls. What's Draff got?
Yeah.
I think she's wide.
Yep. No change there.
23 apiece. Tone. Well, if you've got lunch reservations, put them on hold. Tune in.
3 ends in a row to Nicholle Wendt.
What do you sort of indulge in for lunch while you're up here, mate?
Salad roll.
Salad rolls?
Yep.
Do you
Looking forward to those.
Do you dine out at night for like some Italian cuisines, etc.?
We mix it up a bit.
Yep.
There is a nice Thai restaurant here. Bunja Thai in the main street.
Yep.
Cash for comments.
Beautiful.
And outside of that, we mix it up a little. We go to a couple of the local pubs. There is another little Italian place called Clogs, which goes all right.
Does. Bit on the steeper end, but it's very good. Tell you, I know where a female chef makes a real nice meal. It's 18 Council Road.
Okay.
Yeah. Just gave me a dress
Sounds
away
nice.
on.
Yeah, that's right. You're getting some parcels at your door now. All right, here's some scores from the men's fours action, which is taking place
Great start,
on
Nicole.
both B and C green. Well played,
Fantastic
Nicholle Wendt. So West Coast 5 trailing Murray Melly 10. They played 10 ends. Sandown up 16-12 over Bendigo, Campaspe Goldfields.
Sandown. Nice, mate.
Sandbell.
Well done. That's another
I'm
one.
going to do
mate.
that all week to 12 ends. Mornington Peninsula are 8 and trailing Ballarat Highlands 18 after 10 ends. Well played, Draffen. Don't know whether it's enough for shot.
Oh, still a phenomenal shot
It
regardless.
is. Strzelecki 10, trailing Eastern Rangers 13 after 10 ends. Geelong and Gippsland are locked at 11 shots apiece after 11 ends. All the 11s.
3 11s are, mate.
23.
Yeah.
Northern Gateway 13 over Wimmera 4 after 12 ends. Goulburn Murray are on the board finally. They're 2, trailing Metro West 20. 11 ends gone there.
I think that game's going to be wrapped up shortly, you'd imagine.
Yep. So they'll be first done. And Ovens and Murray and Yarra 9 shots apiece after 13 ends. So thank you, Jimmy Whitehead, for giving us the update.
Well, I'll be interested to know who's got shot here.
Lorraine put up the red paddle, not in
Okay.
a very convincing fashion, but I'd say it's 1 to Nicholle Wendt so far.
Well, I think this could change something. She gets past the front. Well,
Saying a measure now is our marker, Lorraine Smith, so it must be very close.
Measure for shot.
Draffen just clarifying, is it a measure for shot or second shot?
I think she'll be getting to it on the forehand. Bold, jack, trail. Got every option in the book here.
Line looks good.
How is the line? Is it going to hang?
Oh,
Well, it's probably stood. Here we go. 1 to Nicholle, Lorraine is suggesting.
so it's actually stood it up into
Yeah,
shot.
It's a close one.
Wonder when entries do open for the Vic Open triples.
You'll be bound to forget anyway, so set a reminder.
Yep. So 23 shots apiece here. Round of 16 in the women's state singles.
So she's going to switch onto the forehand. Set the bowl, little touch herself. Here we go. Let's see. I think it looks a fraction wide. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
What a shot.
Oh, cracker.
Terrific shot.
2 down.
2 down.
So holding match.
Big weight, I think, from down here. Big weight.
Anne's got the best back.
She's missed it. Oh no, she's got it.
She takes one out at the very least.
I thought she was wide then.
Yeah, it just caught the edge of that bowl, but it was enough to kick it back into the head.
Clipped their own. 1 to Anne.
1 yellow is the call, so Anne Draffen does pick up 1. She moves to 24. Well, could not have picked a better match, I don't think. 24-23. And Draffen, representing Ballarat Highlands, up against Nicholle Wendt on behalf of Northern Gateway. Nicholle Wendt was holding match until that last bowl of Draffen.
Anne's played backhand going this direction very well, Tone.
Yeah, she certainly has. And this will be the key. It could well be the last end. Just wanted to put some pressure on early.
That game, a couple rinks over. He might be able to see in the background. Trish Doolan, Carla Miles is now 18 apiece.
I'd love to see that scorecard. I reckon Carla Miles gets out to a 3-4 or 5-shot lead and Trish pegs it back.
Yeah.
Don't know whether she's ever been in front though. Until now, she's holding one. Both players have one to come. So matches completed already. Lorraine Dowson had a walkover. Liv Cartwright over Mary Trigard 25-3. Jenny Lawson up against Lynn Southwell. She won 25-15. And Nix McKenzie from Sandbelt.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well done.
She beat Subawadi Krapunic 25-11.
So, Nicole's still electing to play this forehand. And it's been when she's been under pressure. That's when she's played a couple of real good ones. I think she's just a fraction quick more than anything on that one.
Yeah, Draffen's been going decidedly shorter ends and stretched this one out a little bit. Seems to have thrown both players a bit.
Trish Doolan on the rink over just drew a front toucher and made two in a good measure. So she's coming home with a wet sail over on that rink.
Having a good old chat with the umpire at the back, looking nice and relaxed. And Draffen heaping the pressure on now.
Talk about relax. Great shot there from Draff.
Holding game.
She was holding game after her first bowl, mate.
It's true.
Come on, pal. How's Nicholle going here? How's the speed, Tone?
Well, I don't mind it.
Tell you what, she's drawn the shot here. What a terrific shot. Terrific lawn bowl.
Here we go. Pressure back on Anne Draffen.
As we said, when the pressure's been on, that's when
Yep.
Nicole's found the big one.
She's just come up through her own here. She's a touch narrow. Jack back is brilliant.
Just arriving.
How's this, Brad?
She's on a good line.
How's this?
Just needs to turn. Just needs to turn. So, Nicholle Wendt has, I would say, 2 feet for the match.
Yep.
The reason I say 2 feet?
You got either side of the jack.
That's right.
Spot on. People focus on the target when in reality the target's a circle.
When you say how far's the bowl and they say a foot, well, automatically you got 2 feet to count, don't you?
Spot on. We do have a bit of a nax there, Roger. Nicholle Wendt looking decidedly nervous on her way down the green, just composing herself with a couple of big deep breaths. What does she do, Brad? Sticks on that forehand and just
drew
if they happen to be a bit narrow, happy to kick that through.
She just do a great shot, so don't change what isn't broken. Is she going to get it or not?
No,
No.
24 all.
All right, here we go.
Into a deciding end.
I'm going to back her in here. She's taking a few big deep breaths. I'll back her in. I think she'll draw this.
Yeah, on the strength of her last, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Trish Doolan picks up 3 shots on the next rink over. She now leads 21-18 and brings the mat right up.
So, bowl's on its way, Tone.
It's a good delivery.
She's quicker than her last. quicker than the last.
Certainly got the trip.
Oh my God.
Just kicks through.
She's an
touch too
inch.
far.
She's an inch off winning the game.
That went so close to sitting Draffen's bowl.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Tone. This will be the last end. Unless.
It couldn't happen.
I should rephrase that. This will be the last scoring end. So,
Going with this, what Matt would be up about 3 metres.
pick your winner.
Jack's probably 1.5 metres short.
Pick your winner.
Well, I'm sticking with Draffen, given I picked her to win the event. But it's one of those games where it's unfortunate that we don't have 2 winners because they both played incredibly well.
I, at the start of the game, would have said Draff. However, watching the game, I just got a feeling Nicholle might come up trumps.
Well, she's won 4 of the last 5 ends.
First 2 bowls are going to be the key. Whoever nails it with the first 2, I think, hold themselves in good stead. Yeah, it's all right, that. It's probably about 1 metre short, but...
Yeah, line's good.
It's in the knock-up zone, as they say.
Yeah, spot on, Casper. This has been an absolute belter. Sharon Jarvis is leading 24-21.
Draff's just pulled the line.
Annie Skipworth. So she is... she's down 1 on the head, but she is leading 24-21. Looking at it closely, so... Yeah, definitely down 1.
Has Nicholle found that metre? I don't think so, Tone.
Don't think so.
A few nerves creeping in.
She did this going this way 2 ends ago and then had 1 cracker bowl to be able to get the shot.
Draff's thrown it water.
Yeah, I like this. This will be the shot.
Is she there?
It's there enough.
Is she there? She's drawn the shot. It's a metre. It's a metre.
Still plenty of room.
I feel like we're living on tenterhooks here. Got to be quiet. Players are not far from us.
They are. They're very close. So you'll hear us whisper.
How's this bowl?
Speaking of close.
Needs to take the jack. She has. What a shot. One to Nicholle.
Oh, I think the pressure
good.
galore.
I think the line's good. How's the speed? It's a bit big. Well, gives her an option with her last, regardless.
Yep.
Big deep breath. Look at Nick. You can see.
Both players with 1 to come.
Massive deep breath there.
Yep.
From Nicholle. Tell you what, people are coming left, right, and centre to watch this game. The crowd is building. What's she got? Well, I think she's drawn another. How close is it going to be?
Doesn't want to build the target.
Well, it's
No,
a good
that's
shot.
good there.
It's a
That is
very
good.
Shot.
Holding 2, only needs 1 of them.
She goes and sits down. Have a look at the look on Nicholle's face. She can barely watch.
Alright, it's on its way from Draffen. Is this the game saver?
I don't think she's there, Tone. I don't think she's there.
At the distance, just not the line. And that will be the victory.
Nicholle Wendt has
Nicholle
won.
Wendt picks up a fantastic victory, 25-24.
Nicholle went and conquered Draffen.
Nicholle came and Draffen went.
That's good
Jeez,
for
what
you,
a
mate.
terrific match.
We've had a question if we can stay and watch the end of the other game, but I think we've got to get set for the next game, which won't be too far off.
Yeah, it won't be.
But
We'll just
that one
see.
is-
We'll have a quick look and see if it's any good from where we are. Brad to cover rink 4. Can we do that or no? We'll just see what the camera angles are like and we'll give a couple of results while we work it out, so we'll see. Annie Skipworth asking what's the name of the Thai restaurant. It's Bunja Thai. I have no affiliation with Bunja Thai in the main drag U, but I have been there a couple of times and it's pretty good. Righto.
House of Kong's nice, mate. All you can eat, $17.50.
Sounds good to me too. So let's dissect that one a little bit, Brad. I think at the start we probably would have said Draffen would be favourite.
Yeah, as I said, I thought obviously Draft being one of the favourites for the event would get the job done. Obviously experience comes into it as well, and I think that's what would have probably separated them.
At the end of the day, it was only one.
That's right.
One in the last 6 ends.
Yep.
Which you look at that the other way, Nicholle Wendt came home like a steam train under a bit of pressure. I mean, a few times we saw her visibly trying to suck in some air and calm her nerves. She was good enough to do it.
Could that be the close victory Nicholle needs to sort of set herself now and move forward? So we see Trish Doolan 22-18 up, and she started off with a front toucher, so
Certainly was a great display of bowling. So the match we're giving you images of now, we're picking up obviously deep into it. Trish Doolan representing Yarra, she's 22. And Carla Miles representing Goulburn Murray, she's 18, plays for Shepparton Golf.
another good one here from Trish. Got her own bowl, the jack. She's got the jack. That's a terrific shot. Fantastic shot.
They've had a real tussle, this one. We've said in the coverage it's been Trish sort of catching up and then Carla getting a little lead again. They got back to 18 all and Trish piled on.
There's a
3.
18 seems to be the sticky number there for Carla. Can't quite get off. There was an under 18 game. Emily Davies yesterday was 4-13 down, and she won 21-13. Unlucky 13 for some, they say.
It is.
So
Bit of royalty commenting here. Loans Marshall Flynn, winner of the Victorian Open mixed pairs with Phil Crowder. So very solid bowling from both and spot on. So Carla Miles, let's put 2 in the ditch here.
once again, Carla Miles probably first time here. So we've got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of new
believe so.
faces.
Believe
A
so.
lot of new faces this year, which is really good
Yeah.
to see, Tone.
It's the changing face of bowls, isn't it?
Look at the way Trish is running down the green here.
She likes
She
it.
likes it.
She likes it, and that's why.
What a great shot. Fantastic. You can see there on the screen. 3 shots, that's all she needs. Carla's got 2 bowls to rectify something.
She's wasting no time, Carla Miles.
That game next door is wrapped up, and tell you what, I think Sharon Jarvis has just been defeated over there.
That's a bit of a comeback.
That score was 24-20, and I think the West Coast representative
Maureen Drennan.
has got the job done.
I think
So
you're right.
so it suggests on the scoreboard.
Yep, 25-24. So that's 2 25-24 results.
That's a big comeback. So, if you're Trish Doolan here, are you trying to trail the jack in the pit yourself here, Tone? Given the fact that Carla has no bowls on the green.
Yeah, it's a good question. Carla hasn't been going with crazy weight. So I think you're just trying to get another one in there.
Well, she has. Obviously she counts with that.
Yep. Taylor Marin just asking what match we would do next. I would imagine it'll be the winner of this match against Nix McKenzie.
No,
So
Nicole
we'll
McKenzie.
confirm that shortly. But so either Carla Miles or Trish Doolan v Nix McKenzie is my guess.
I won't be here for that, mate. I'm heading off home shortly.
Roast dinner, roast lunch on a Saturday.
Mate, football.
What's Carla Miles done?
Oh, she's played a
she's
terrific
done enough
shot.
to get in there for one. So Tristan will pick up one.
Yeah.
23-18.
If you know me, young bloke, well, that you'll understand that football's on the TV 24/7.
Yeah, right.
Football's on.
Which game is taking your fancy this afternoon?
We watch every game every week.
Yeah, right.
So we watch them all. Port Adelaide, West Coast is on first. He's got his favourites in every team, so
Yeah, okay. Half his luck.
you didn't quite get the mention tone, but anyway.
Which is unbelievable, really.
Not to worry.
You would have seen a good win to the doggies last night.
Mate. Fremantle were
a
more
little
worried about Rory Lobb than anything.
They
Crikey.
were. Took their eyes off the ball for long enough for the doggies to put through. And in fact, doggies, if they had a kick straight, they probably could have put 7 or 8 on them in the first quarter. Nonetheless.
Talk about 7-8. I went over to Adelaide last week and watched Adelaide do that to my beloved Blues in the first quarter.
They did. That was the only difference. They kept with them for the rest of it.
Wanted to walk home at, well, as soon as I got there, wanted to turn around because I seen Lockie Plowman had his boots on.
You're
He was
hard, man.
terrible.
All right, Tristan just a touch through. Line's good. Whether that jack's on the tee, but it's close to it, so that bowl's about 4 or 5 foot beyond.
While we're on the matter, if we were comparing Lockie Plowman to a lawn bowler, he wouldn't even make bankers, mate. He is putrid.
Joy, this is being played at Bendigo East. It's absolutely picture perfect greens out here.
Great shot from Carla. Fantastic shot.
She was down game in the last end and managed to cut it back to a 1 for Tristan.
Automatically, when you hear Carla at state championships, you automatically think of the great Carla Krasanik, don't we?
It's funny you say that because I actually saw the draw and I thought, oh, we made a bit of a boo-boo here. We've got Ian Miles and Carla Krasanik mixed up. We've taken a name from either column in the database, but no, this is the daughter of the great Anne Miles, Carla Miles, who is playing like a bit of a jet.
Shot from Tristan.
Speaking of which, Tristan just with a nice little trail.
Responded accordingly.
So Carla Miles played in City v Country last weekend.
As did Triss.
She did.
Obviously a state member for a long, fair while now. It's another thing I'm surprised you're not getting a go-in, Tone.
Yeah, I was unavailable. I had to count my feet that weekend.
Yeah, okay.
So I couldn't play.
How did the count go, did you? It wasn't a count
I
back, was
lost
there?
count. No, I was there at City v Country. I tell you what, to see the talent on display, as Carla just finds a little gap of our men's and women's hopefuls to get into our teams. We're in pretty good nick here in this fine state.
And I tell you what, furthermore to that, for those that were here, actually watched the under-18 state singles final, and more so the boys, taking nothing away from the girls singles final, but the boys was, obviously conditions were a little bit better for the boys. It was played during the day, afternoon.
Yep.
Where the girls went through that transition stage of day, night.
Into
sort of,
evening, yeah.
You know, green changed a little bit, but Jack Cassidy and Bailey Randall, my God, they were phenomenal on this exact rink as well. It was ridiculous, mate. Shot for shot, end after end.
Actually had some pretty good quarterfinals and semis in the boys singles.
Same as the girls, though. The girls' games were incredible.
I don't think that's there either, is it?
No, I don't see. Well,
It's closer than I thought.
Closer than you and I can get anyhow.
Well, this is true. Tristan still holding 1. She's currently leading 23-18. Can she get another one in there?
Do you watch much bowls in your downtime, Tone? Or
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Avid YouTube watcher?
Quite enjoy it. Or cast it to the TV and
Yep.
sit on my
Chromecast
couch.
gets a go?
Yep.
Who's sort of one that you sort of like watching? Is there
Oh,
anyone
no,
that-
any. Absolutely any. Doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yep.
Obviously, the better the standard, the
better.
more I enjoy it. But
Speed's good. Speed's really good. I think the line's pretty tighty too. Just gonna slow. I think it's only one.
Fallen out,
It
isn't it?
has. It's only one. So, there's a lot of games wrapping up around the greens.
Oh, I can tell you, Yarra have beaten Ovens and Murray 11-10 on an extra end. They were neck and neck. The last score we had was 9-all on 13 ends.
Wowee.
They obviously went 10-all and then 11-10 on an extra end. So not many multiples in that game.
No, you're right.
It's, of course, the Dean O'Neill, Lucas Eddington, Jack Woodhouse and
Caleb Shaw.
Caleb Shaw, of course. Thank you.
How's Carla going here? Oh, she's
gone pretty good. Players having a good little giggle with each other on
Bit
the
of a
way down the
laugh.
green.
Is that something when you play you do? Have a big giggle, being the jovial joker that you are, mate? Do you?
I do.
You like
I can't
having
help myself.
A bit of banter?
I can't help myself.
Nothing like a bit of banter, is there?
Yeah, I've told the story before, but I'll tell you in a second. We'll just wait and see the result of this.
I think it could be one to Carla, the way that Trish is holding the mat here. She's sort of...
I think it is from that last shot. But Maddie will give you the Grovers score in just a second. We'll do that now while they're measuring. So, West Coast 13 over Murray Mallee 12. They're at 13 ends. This is men's fours actions. Sandbelt 17, Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields 15. They're on 14 ends. Mornington Peninsula 11. Ballarat Highlands 22. So that one will be all over. Carla Miles does pick up one shot here. Streslecki and Eastern Rangers locked at 10 shots apiece after 13 ends. Geelong have hit the front, 14 over Gippsland 11, 13 ends gone. Northern Gateway have beaten Wimmera 15-6. And Metro West have beaten Goulburn Murray 21-2. So that rounds out all of the scores for the men's fours, including the Grovers.
See the great man standing up there from Port Melbourne, Clubber. Great man's showed up. See another great man in bowls, Travis Bradley, floating around.
Trapper.
He'll be rubbing shoulders with everyone.
Yeah. I got in trouble at my,
Oh,
my first Australian Open, I think. I got a bit of a talking to from the marker at the end of the match for talking too much to my opponent. And we both got in trouble. You two, boy, you talk too much.
Really?
I thought, really? We were just having fun. She goes, well, some people won't like it, so you shouldn't talk that
Got in
much.
trouble for talking.
Yeah. I had a bit of a giggle at that.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Just can't quite help myself.
See, whenever I talk, mine's banter. It's always just banter.
Yeah.
Especially.
No, we had a great chat, actually. It was a good day. I somehow managed to end up on the right side of the ledger, too.
Jeepers. Must have been an off day for some. Anyway,
Oh,
Trish
yeah.
has drawn the shot.
Had people calling me to double check the scores. Are you sure?
They were actually calling to see if it was you, mate.
Yeah.
Had the scores around the wrong way, did they?
Got brought back to earth by Josh Studham in the next match. 21-6. He gave me a bit of a coaching lesson.
No, at least you scored 6, mate.
Yeah, no, he's a nice kid, Josh Studham. Still playing pretty good bowls now. So 23-19 is the score here. Tris Doolan in front. She's holding one. Keep up to date on Bowls Link with all the scores. As they come in, you'll be able to see who's playing who in which matches. Tris Doolan holding game.
I think the Bendigo boys might have got up in the forwards. I can see a few of them walking up behind, and there's a few high fives and handshakes and whatnot. So the Bendigo boys might have got up in the end over the Sandown team, as you
Sandown,
suggest.
well played. Well, I can tell you they were down 8-zip, and then 11-5, 13-7, 16-12,
Great
17-15.
shot, Carla Miles.
So if they got up, Bradley Marin, they picked up a 3 on the last end
Great shot,
after
Carla.
being behind all day. Just Just a reminder, this isn't the match that we were streaming. That was a victory to Nicholle Wendt over Draffen 25-24. We're just picking up the closing stages, which is why our camera angles are
Where'd she go?
a bit off to the side. She just went.
Right, Tris having a run, playing the weight to keep her bowl up if made contact. She did. It was Carla's bowl that went past. So Tris has got 3 seconds. So that's a big one here for Carla. Must get another one in and around the area.
Tris wants to come down and have a look and just survey the action.
From where I'm standing, that's a bit wide, that bowl.
Yes.
So,
spot on.
I think between all the bowls there, the Southern Cross is there somewhere. They've made the shape of the Southern Cross.
They have 23-19, so...
Gets the bowl, she wins the game. Simple as that.
Yep, Tris Doolan 23, Carla Miles 19.
Don't think there's any real big danger, to be fair. Someone must have told the great man Trapper that he got mentioned. He's just gotten in his car and he must be on the way out, so I'll be going to watch some local footy. Rub shoulders. So she's probably not playing the weight that I would have thought she would have played. I thought she might have played a fraction larger. But she likes it. She's jogging after it. What's she got? Oh, she's turned a bowl over for shot. She's got one. Well played, Tris Doolan. That's what happens when you got a lot of bowls in the area.
That's it.
Your sort of weight varies. And it can vary.
It's at 24-19. Under the watchful eye of Ian Ewing, state coach. Sitting over there, keeping an eye on all the talent coming through, both new and known. Lots to see if you happen to be in the area. Bendigo East is where we are, thanks to the City of Greater Bendigo. We'll have more action this afternoon, both women's singles and men's fours. Don't take it to the bank just yet, but I'm pretty confident we'll be streaming Nicole McKenzie, representing Sandbelt, up against the winner of this match. It's taking all my concentration to call Sandbelt, not Sandown. I was pleased to get it right the last couple of times. So we'll see who wins this match as to who will play Nix McKenzie.
Carla looks to be on the shorter side of things.
Yeah, that opens the door for Tris to really pile the pressure on here. Tris Doolan might have qualified in 3 or 4 events again this year, Brad.
Yeah, she's another regular name that's always up here, mate.
Yep. She'll be bowled out by the end of the week.
From the great club MCC. I believe they've picked up a fair few players for the upcoming season.
Any of them in the public domain, or are we?
Yeah, I think they're... It's not for me to say who they are, but I think they're public knowledge now.
I don't know. There's always a bit of change at this time of year across various teams. So.
Tris is adding another up. Doesn't want to get
Looks-
too close and create
looks
sort of a
pretty
target.
good.
Just it's a good shot, counting, keeping holes there.
It's almost counterintuitive, isn't it? You don't
Yeah.
want to get too close.
Yep.
Players at this level whack it out of the way pretty quick.
Had a request of grabbing a curry pie for the darling on the way home.
Oh, that sounds all right too. Where's that from the bakery over the road here? Or?
Nah, mate, we live 25 minutes from here now.
Carla Miles just a whisker in it.
Cold curry pie if I was to get it from here, pal. That wouldn't be ideal.
Trying to be good this week. Now you got me thinking of a curry pie. Thank you very much.
Mate, you're saying you're going to Thai. Crikeys. How much MSG's in them?
No, it's all fresh. Just like a salad.
Oh, well, if you want to believe that, mate. All good and well.
Bit of excitement out there on the...
There was a big on-the-nose call.
Yeah,
Sounded like the Moonee Valley boys.
yeah, could be. They are here.
Skipped by the
Well,
great
they had a
man,
good
Steve
season.
Adamo.
Yep.
So Trissa's flipped over to the forehand to sort of try and get to the back ones to, I don't know, sort of stop a trail for multiple, I think. But I think Carla will just be trying to draw these shots. She's probably got 4 foot of room for the shot, so... You know, the way she's played so far, you'd probably, well, back her in. I mean, probably, you know, last couple of ends, probably a bit of inexperience and nerves might have crept in a little bit, but you see that Anne just gave a little pat on her own knee and said, come on, or something like that, so her mum backs her. I'm sure she'll produce something decent here.
Sarah Roger, we've just ruined any productivity of your afternoon.
What was that?
We're going to show a good match and she's going to be glued to the stream, and it will be Tris Doolan
who wins.
who gets through over Carla Miles, both players giving a good account of each other, and both look to be pretty happy, as much as you can be happy in a round of 16 of the women's singles. So that'll be a victory to Tris Doolan, 25-19. She will now meet Nix McKenzie, so that will be the streamed match.
It will be.
Which will be a 1 o'clock kick-off or thereabouts. So keep your eye on the Bowls Vic Facebook page.
Bowls book.
Bowls book.
Jeez, mate.
Took a few words out, thought I'd simplify it.
Yeah. Any further sand down updates?
I've got no doubt that I'll do that. Thank you very much to everybody for joining us. We particularly like the comments and the interaction. We do appreciate it. So 25-19 for Tris Doolan. Of course, the match that we did stream in its entirety was won by Nicholle Wendt, who got up 25-24 over Anne Draffen in an absolute cracker. Brad Marin, can I thank you very much for being commentary, mate? You're an absolute star in commentary, and hopefully for our viewers, we get to have you and your expertise back here a few times this week.
Yeah, I'll be floating in and out, mate.
Perfect. And Brad from SEN producing the show, we appreciate it as always. Of course, thank you to Bendigo East for having us here and the City of Greater Bendigo for allowing state championships to occur for 2023. That's it for this one. We look forward to seeing you later on this afternoon.
Enjoy lunch.